Matchroom boxing promoter Eddie Hearn says he believes 4th-division champ Canelo Alvarez will not be returning to middleweight. Eddie Hearn says, "For me as a fan, and only as a fan, I just don't see him going back down to 160. This interview took place in Miami, where Eddie Hearn was promoting the Andre Keeler fight. Eddie Hearn continues to say, if you box at 175, then you can come right back down to 160. And I completely understand what Eddie Hearn was talking about. You're dropping 15 pounds. We're talking about cutting 15 pounds. I don't know for a fact if Canelo's coming back down to 160 or he's staying at 168. What I do know, the Zone executives was pushing for a Triple G fight with Canelo in September. One of the execs that was active in the campaign was Joe Markowski. Last bout, Canelo was at as heavy as at 174. That's as high as he ever weighed in. But going up to 168 makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of talent there. And your Andre fans, don't worry, because Andre says this.
I wanted to go up to 168 and fight billy.joe.saunders, my next fight, and that's what I'm looking to do.
Now, if Canelo decides to fight Callum Smith, winner of the Billy Joe Saunders Demetrius Andre fight may be on his way to a Canelo fight. At this point, Jamal Charles is pretty much out the picture. He just shown he don't want to fight anybody unless they're on his platform. But if Demetrius Andre can't get the Billy Joe Saunders fight, since he's at 168, he might as well challenge Callum Smith. Also on 168, but they're on the other side of the street, is Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. Even though they're on the other side of the street, they're still part of a very talented super middleweight division. All these champions in super middleweight division are undefeated. Talk about going up in weight and coming down in weight being a problem. One of the boxers I think about is Roy Jones. He went from light heavyweight to heavyweight, won the WBA title over John Ruiz. When he went back down, he wasn't the same fighter. The next fight after that, he fought Antonio Tarver. He won a majority decision, but he struggled. So they had a rematch. Antonio Tarver knocked out Roy Jones in 2 rounds. And it was a vicious knockout. And this was Roy Jones Jr. coming from heavyweight, coming back down to light heavyweight. Wasn't the same fighter. And after the Tarver knockout, he got knocked out by Glenn Coffey Johnson. One more example was Kell Brooks. Kell Brooks went up from 147 to 160. He fought Triple G. Triple G broke his face and came back down to 147. Never was the same fighter. I truly believe if Kell Brooks didn't go up in weight and stayed at 147, he probably would have beat Errol Spence that night. Kell Brooks was a broken fighter after fighting Triple G. Errol Spence and the PBC knew it. Eddie Hearn brings up valid points. Going from 175 and coming back down to 160, not an easy task. I'm not saying Canelo's not coming back down to 160, but I would understand if he doesn't. In other boxing news, Adrien Broner just told Eddie Hearn he'll fight Devin Haney for $20 million. Clearly, Adrien Broner's run out of money. He's having tax problems now. Devin Haney clearly told him, hey, big bro, don't price yourself out. Haney also said, I will send him to retirement. Desperate times equal desperate measures. No one's going to pay Adrien Broner $20 million. And another thing is, I don't think he can make 135 anymore. He was known as Adrien the Problem Broner. Now it seems like Adrien Broner has problems. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beezy, subscribe to the channel. I'm gone.